We're at Bamff Ecotourism this weekend, and today we're helping out with one of the surveys for the new Bamff Wildland project. So back in the 1990s, they started essentially rewilding, if you like, rewilding the site by removing some drainage ditches, re-wetting the landscape and planting trees. And then in 2002, they got their first beavers, which is why we love it here. But today, they're surveying one of the marginal farmland areas to see what invertebrates they have. So yeah, let's see what they've got. So we can do some sweep netting, bush beating with an umbrella, bee and butterfly transects. We can do a flower insect timed survey, which helps with the UK pollinator surveys, worm counts, which I can't wait for, identifying insects in the leaf litter under the trees, and just anything else that we come across. So what they're trying to do is do a baseline survey of invertebrates that are in the fields that they're going to dynamically rewild, I suppose, through tree planting and altered grazing regimes. So it's really important to monitor this kind of thing to see the benefits of rewilding, or whatever you want to call it, regeneration. Without that data, you can't prove the impacts on the soil, the impacts on the biodiversity. So it's a really exciting thing, and they've brought the local community along to do that. So we're all getting automatically drawn to the attractive sides where there's lots of lovely thistles and a lovely hedgerow there that has lots of invertebrates, but it's really important to survey the inside of the field as well, the main mass of it, where the sheep are grazing, and Kane's just done a transect along the edge there and the middle, so let's see what he's found.
This is my scroll from the field edge, which is pretty much has been left as a margin, so the beavers run up and down that, so it's full of marsh marigold and thistle, flowering species of nettle. So as expected, it's absolutely full of late gatherers of nectar. So we've got a lot of peacocks, small tortoise shells, lots of different bumblebee species, not too many but quite a few, some honeybees. Where it gets a bit boggier, where the beavers have actually come into the field, there's more hoverfly species, presumably using the water source, and you start getting dragonfly species as well. In comparison, I did one through the middle of the field as well, which is just, it's got buttercups still, but in very low quantities. It's got a bit of white clover, hasn't got very many thistles, it's got a few daisies as well. And if you look at just the visible side, that I had one wasp species, 3 hoverfly species, and 1 buff-tailed bumblebee.
As well as surveying the invertebrate life above ground, we're going to look below ground too for the worms, so let's get to it.
Where they're all in the roots of the grass, so they're not low down at all.
So we finished the invertebrate study on site, and it was really good. They managed to engage some of the local community and invite them along to undertake the surveys, which is just so important. Alan, the ecologist, is going to collate all of the data, make sure all the identification is correct on the invertebrates that we managed to survey, see what that means, and then of course it can be applied on future surveys during the rewilding project to see what changes are happening, how that's benefiting the landscape, how the soil structure and quality might be changing. But I'd recommend you look up the Bamff Wildland project. If you're an entomologist in particular, perhaps get in touch and get involved, give them a helping hand, because I believe they're changing the grazing regimes in December. So any surveys that they could get help with really would be massively beneficial. I'm going to go back to Easter Bamff now. and have a nice chill out.